Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. So, a few years ago, I did a video about Google and advertiser discrimination. Around the same time that Google started to partner with repair shops around the country to create authorized repair services for their Pixel series of smartphones, they got rid of advertising for third-party repair centers. What that meant is that a third-party independent repair center like mine was no longer allowed to use Google's advertising platforms to advertise our products and services. And at that time, they claimed it was to protect customers from scam. A gentleman named David Graff, Director of Global Product Policy at Google, had the following to say. Since restricting ads for third-party technical support providers, we've been testing a verification program for legitimate providers. Unfortunately, our testing shows that the potential for ads that lead to abusive or misleading offline experience in this category is still too high. As a result, we have decided to continue to block ads for third-party tech support providers until we are more confident we have a solution that will better protect our users from harm. Google is trying to protect their users from scams, which is why they still allow dick enhancement pills and human trafficking on their website. You see, I kind of understand why they allow these services on their website, but not independent repair. A, Google doesn't offer human trafficking or dick enhancement services. And B, low-key, I feel like this director at Google is one of those types of dudes that really hopes that those pills work and are not a scam, if you know what I'm saying. Banning the entire independent repair industry from your advertising platform with a very clearly bogus reason right as you enter that arena, that's just your standard monopolistic anti-repair crap. What takes this to a next level is when you start using their AI. If any of you are familiar with ChatGPT or Google Bard, these are these little artificial intelligence large language model things where you can ask it a question and get surprisingly decent answers from time to time. I wanted to read you some of the answers that I got from Google Bard, which is Google's AI answer to ChatGPT. I have a little side project I've been working on in my spare time. I want to train an LLM on my forum data and pretty much every answer to every question I've ever had in MacBook board repair to see if I can make it good. Just something I'm doing in my spare time to, like up my data engineering, Python, MySQL skills and stuff like that. So it was just kind of something to do in my spare time. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to see how bad ChatGPT and Google Bard were. So I started asking it a bunch of questions. And here's one of the questions I asked Google Bard. Pretend you're an expert electronics repairman with comprehensive knowledge of all of the major manufacturers, electronics engineering, product lines, and so on. You're helpful and always friendly and always willing to give an answer on subjects you know about and quick to point out concepts and topics you aren't confident on. Speak to me as though I'm someone who is a fellow repair technician. With this in mind, can you explain what charger_ugate is on a MacBook logic board? Please make your response professional sounding in nature without excess verbosity. Now, it did answer the question, and it gave this at the end. While I'm comfortable navigating most MacBook circuits, delving into the intricate specifics of charger ugate's inner workings goes beyond my immediate expertise. For deep dive diagnostics or repair strategies, I recommend consulting resources like Apple Service Manuals, Louis Rossman's YouTube channel. He's a master of MacBook logic board repair and often tackles complex issues like charger ugate in his insightful videos. Advanced repair forums. Communities like Rossman Repair Group offer a wealth of knowledge and troubleshooting tips from experienced technicians. I asked about SysClock Clock 12M SMC, and they said the following, and I quote, "Remember, the repair community is our greatest asset." Now, let me be clear. I am not one of those people that is against using AI. In fact, when I say positive things about AI, sometimes I get these comments in my comment section saying things like, "I bet you'd feel differently if somebody was teaching everybody how to do what you do for free." It's like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do on this channel for like 10 years. And then when I stopped doing repair videos, I went on to write hundreds and hundreds of articles trying to educate people on how to do what I do. And that's what I'm trying to do with my AI project. I want to get it to a point where you could ask it a question and get a better answer than you would have gotten if you asked me directly. I have no problem with them using publicly available information that I have put out there to train their AI. The reason that I make my information publicly available, I don't have a buy my course to get the secrets, why my repair wiki is open to the public and all these different things is because I want the information to be out there so that as many devices can be repaired as possible. That's different from when Google says that we're all scams, but then simultaneously uses my website to train their AI and has the balls to say that the independent repair industry is filled with scammers. It cannot be verified. We can't use things like, I don't know, Google's ratings for my business on your own fucking platform to see that we are not a scam. Why do you think Google is okay with human trafficking and dick pills in their site and not independent repair? Why do you think Google got rid of independent repair advertising right alongside them rolling out repair services for the Pixel phone series to authorized repair centers that they partnered with around the country? It's one thing when R. Kelly pisses on you. It's another when he tells you it's raining. And the problem that I have with so many of these instances is that we are told that we should accept it, that we should be okay with it. Accept the premise that Google is saying they support right to repair. Forget the fact that they're against providing individual components and they want full assemblies. Ignore the fact that they only want this law to apply to devices that a company already has a repair program for. Ignore the fact that for the last 6 years, in an anti-competitive and monopolistic manner, the largest advertising platform in the world banned an entire fucking industry without evidence, logic, or reason. Trust us, we're doing the right thing. No, you're not, and I see right through you. It is one thing to say that we're all scams. Fine, lie. It is another to be so fucking lazy that you don't train your own AI to keep up with the lies of your piece of shit degenerate vice presidents and directors. You have no shame. You are liars. You are crooks. You have always been liars and crooks. And the one thing I want people to come away from this video understanding is that they should not trust you. They should not believe you. You are a standard, typical sociopathic corporation that will more than happily lie, cheat, and steal as often as you can if it gets you an extra dime. But God forbid you ever have to tell the truth. God forbid you ever have to have any integrity. God forbid at one point in your fucking life, you stand by that motto that you took out of your fucking name 16 years ago. Do no evil. Gargle my balls. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. Fuck you, Google, and fuck you, David Graff. By the way, I'm kind of excited because the sun has been, I don't know if you noticed, it's been really, really cloudy the past 3 days here, but the sun is starting to come out again, and there's a lake right over there. I think I showed you the sunset in the last video. I actually got this as a present for Christmas. This is a really cool set of binoculars. They're really nice, and you can get a perfect view of the sailboats that are on the lake from here. And what I want to get is a stand and a telescope because my hands shake a lot, so it's really hard for me to get a view if I have the zoom all the way up. I'm really liking this. This is only like I think a $200 or $300 set of binoculars, but I'm thinking of building a more serious setup because it's incredibly calming and just amazingly relaxing to just like watch as they're building houses or watch take a look at what the hills look like on the other side. It's nice to sit on the balcony and just kind of, look at the skunks that are in the woods over there. And I would suggest if you have even if you only have a fire escape, because like if you're watching this video in New York City, you probably don't have a balcony or anything like this. You probably only have a fire escape, but let me tell you something. Sitting on the fire escape with a set of binoculars and just kind of looking around, it can be incredibly relaxing and soothing, and it is most